Our final guest today is our second husky that's still available for adoption. This is Fang, and he's about 2 years old. Fang is one of our dogs that is recommended for teens and adults. And that's because Fang is one of those dogs that's still working on his manners. He likes to jump up. He can be a little bit mouthy, but our staff is really diligently working with him on those things. And sometimes the stress of the shelter can exacerbate any of those types of issues. And we know that they notice that sometimes they get better in a home environment where things are a little bit more calm and relaxed. Those routines are more established. There's less noise, less weird smells, things like that. So making sure that people are checking out his behavior notes so that they're seeing the things that we were seeing what we're working on with him to resolve those things is going to be really important to make sure that people are prepared for those things. He is a dog that came in from a home with a bunch of other dogs, most notably Daisy, who has since been adopted quite some time ago. So he is comfortable with other dogs. He's been doing, parallel walks and having little kind of play dates with some of our existing other residents. So that's something that might help him, especially since when we adopted out Fang once previously, he was returned because he was having issues with being left alone. So sometimes a canine companion can help dogs who have issues being left alone. In his previous life, he was surrounded by a lot of other dogs. So even when humans weren't around, he always had some friends. And when he was left alone for the first time, he really kind of struggled with that. So he's also going to need an owner that's going to be patient and able to help him work through those things so that he can learn that it is safe and okay to be home by himself. And those are things, again, that we will discuss with anybody who is adopting to make sure that they have some of those tools and at least have some initial guidance and guidelines before maybe taking it on their own or seeking professional help from a different trainer or organization, so on. But he definitely is a friendly guy. He loves attention. He has the most adorable little husky temper tantrums. He has a lot of really great qualities, but he does have some of those basic manners, things that he needs to work on. And again, just, being comfortable with being left alone is going to be a big to-do for him. Generally, he walks pretty well on a leash. We've been walking him on a long line, which gives him a little bit more freedom to explore, which he seems to really like. And just, he's on a martingale when he's doing that. So he is fairly easy to walk, which is always a good thing. And then because he is a husky, you are going to have to, worry about doing the grooming maintenance and making sure that that's getting done. We took him outside the other day and brushed him out a little bit, and there's still like enough fur out in the grass there for an entire small dog. So just making sure that you're prepared for all of that grooming maintenance that's going to come with any of those husky mixes. Fang is definitely one of those guys. But if you think that you have the patience to work with him on his good manners and to help him learn that it's safe to be left alone, and you really want to make Fang part of your family, then go ahead and go to visit fcac.as.me to start that process.